What's up, everyone? Welcome. Good evening. Happy Monday. How's your start of the week going? Was a ranging market today. Hey, Bongani. What's up, man? Welcome. Was a ranging market today. Basically, since yesterday, when you finished the stream until today, the news were that Biden decided to step down. It was yesterday. We had in China interest rate cut minus 0.1% from 3.45 to 3.35. That affected a little bit the Aussie pairs, a bit more bearish than the others. Aside from that, nothing really much going on. Tomorrow, no news. Basically, it's going to be a non-event day. We are going to have a few earnings. I think it's going to be maybe Tesla, Alphabet, Microsoft. I think those were going to be the earnings. And then the news starts on Wednesday with manufacturing services, interest rate in Canada expecting a cut. And it's going to be an important one because I think the cut pairs are going to be quite interesting to trade this week. And we're getting closer to a potential reversal move after such a momentum in the cut pairs. Then you have GDP in the US and then PCE in the US as well. So again, it's always important to pay attention to the news. I'm good, man, as well. Thanks for asking. It's always important to be aware of what news we are expecting for tomorrow or this week, because then can shape a little bit what type of price movement we can expect throughout the week, right? And what kind of opportunities you can anticipate to have as well. So yes, in terms of dollar, it's exactly in the same spot as it was yesterday. It moved to the downside as soon as it opened with the news from Biden, and it just retested this level. It didn't really manage to break below this level, so it just literally feel this compression in here. And aside from that, that's it. Like, still looking to see if price decides to break above this highs in here and eventually go even higher from where it is right now, or is going to hold this level and push forward. Now, at this point, we have a double bottom in here, which eventually is going to work as a target for this week, either tomorrow at the London Open. Many people are going to be looking at this double bottom as a target to aim for, or eventually if price just continues to go higher, then eventually can target for exactly that level again, but with a bigger potential move to the downside when that happens. And then all of a sudden we're going to be looking for price to get somewhere in here. So again, basically not really much. It was more of an intraday setup, not exactly with momentum. When you do have days like this on Mondays, when you have basically a ranging market on Monday, usually Tuesday then is going to be the little bit the day that can create some momentum, and then on Wednesday can be the beginning of a reversal, which can happen because on Wednesday it's going to be quite interesting with manufacturing and services PMI. So that's a big day to pay attention to. So let's see if tomorrow we do have some momentum and price goes either up or down, and then on Wednesday, if we have a momentum to the upside, then maybe you can have the reversal. If price just ranges in here, then you can have the momentum. It can be even stronger than expected. So yeah, we'll see what's going to happen tomorrow in here with the dollar index, which is going to be still an important asset or pair to pay attention to. In terms of the indices, it started to turn straight away in here, so it didn't really feel the spice that I was looking for in there. It still can go there this week. Now it's that retracement that we're looking for. Let's see how S&P is going to react somewhere in there, or it's going to even challenge a little bit more the move somewhere in there. So we'll see what's going to happen. Again, we did manage to break slightly with the US Open, then price just moved to the upside. I was not really looking at the indices to trade them today. I was more looking to see how price eventually, if we do get there, then I'll be looking for longs. Since it didn't, I was not really interested for that. And Nasdaq actually fake out that low. So again, same story as yesterday. it actually managed to fake out that low, and today it just turned. So as you can see, it uses this trend line in here. It broke the upside again. Not really focus on the indices today, but nice move, and we'll see as well what's going to happen somewhere in there. Yeah, at this point I'll just let the indices move a little bit more until it starts getting good to a better position to look for. Hey man, Abdishek, what's up, man? Thanks for the comment. Yeah, man, thanks for the comment. It's okay, man. Actually, like, it's important to put this in perspective in terms of the views, right? It depends on what kind of content you are creating. Lives are, of course, harder in terms of the algorithm for YouTube. But the main reason I'm actually doing this, first of all, is because I like to educate and I like to teach, and hopefully I can help someone. But secondly is because I'm also doing something that I need to do, which is to do the pre-market analysis for the day after. So I will do this task regardless. So I'm just deciding to go live, and if someone can get any good idea from me, perfect. They can benefit from it. If not many people are watching yet, I don't mind neither. In there, like sometimes, yes, it can be frustrating if not many people are watching, but you need to put that in perspective. Yeah, think long term and think of what actually, the reasons why you are doing what you are doing. Yeah, so it is what it is. In here. Yeah, what do you trade, man? What do you trade, by the way? Yeah, so yeah, Nasdaq we'll see again. It's not exactly something that I'm going to be looking at now. For now, Dow as well. Then I try to catch the reversal. Just to put it in perspective as well, I'm a counter trend trader, and I usually tend to look for more shorts and buys for some reason. That's how my brain works. So I usually tend to look a little bit more for reversals, and I like to see price dropping. So at this point, I'm really going to just wait and see what's going to happen in here on the indices. I did try to catch the 7 there. I didn't manage. There was no retracement when price finally broke structure. I just ended up missing all the move in here. So yes, the indices, again, I wanted to see going a little bit higher before I even consider going for anything in here. I'm looking to any sales. This one, it was a nice one. So on the DAX was good. So price basically retested that demand zone to fake out that level, and it just moved to the upside. So it's within the range. Yeah, okay, I'll subscribe, man. If you want to share the link, you can share the link. Maybe it's easier, or I'll just copy and I'll eventually can subscribe to your channel, man. In there. But yeah, man. And what kind of opportunities you are looking for. And I will review gold as well. I think gold is maybe in a good position to go for a potential long after the sell-off from the last 2-3 days. I think gold is going to be interesting in here. Crypto, so yeah, DAX, it is what it is. Not really interested at this point. Crypto, I think is getting interesting. I like the level on Ethereum. I think Bitcoin can still go slightly higher and eventually can even challenge the 70k. But we are getting into this compression level, like we are getting into this, I call it zone 3 type of a move, which is when price starts to slow down a little bit. Like you gain the momentum, then within the range, like if you're looking for price to go all the way back into these highs, is actually, I'm going to make a video about this one. It's actually a good example between a zone 1, zone 2, then there is a separation between the zone 2 and the zone 3, which is this big momentum in here, and then the zone 3 starts with this compression in here. Like, and depending on which phase we are or which zone we are, and depending on as well on which type of trader you are, there's going to be specific opportunities to trade in this in each one of these zones, and also what kind of expectations we can have for each target, for each type of opportunity, for each type of entry, and so on. So now we are getting into a continuation of a zone 3. So basically start a little bit in here. Breaking this high is actually a good clue that actually usually is the separation as well from a zone 2 into the zone 3 is actually when you break the key level as well that managed to break out the move downside. And there are many examples of looking for price doing exactly this kind of shape. In the trend, I'm going to do a video about that. It's a good way to actually help with your own edge. because many traders, or one of the issues with many traders is looking for trades. First of all, they look for trades everywhere, which first and foremost, that's already a little bit incorrect. And secondly, they have always the same expectation on each setup they're taking, which is another mistake that they do. Maybe they're always looking for home runs, when eventually in the first phase, maybe it should just be looking for a quick and easy trade, because price is not in the moment to actually create the momentum. That's why we can actually call it the zone 2 type of a move in there. So yes, zone 3 type of a move we're expecting is a little bit of compression, and eventually going to start to be a little bit of manipulation in here. By manipulation is exactly this, like is price starting to break lows and then still going to need to go higher and breaking highs in here. Like, so again, we are looking eventually to get there, or can even go somewhere in there. So this is the moment where price starts to slow down. This is an opportunity that basically the sellers are starting to jump into the market as well, and the buyers are still fighting price as well. So it's a little bit of confusion in here, where price breaks highs, breaks lows. It gets a bit confused for everyone that is participating on the move. So you need to manage your expectations of these trades accordingly at this point in here. So yes, I'm looking for maybe Bitcoin to get slightly higher, maybe already fake out that level. So yeah, somewhere in here can have a little bit of a reaction, then can go even higher. I do have this level in there, and then maybe just a little bit in here as well. So we'll see. But this break of the low in here, it already shows a little bit indication that price wants to go slightly lower, but it can go higher first before actually going down. Or this is going to be the base at basically the low, and price actually respects just his left shoulder in there, and then just continues to go to the upside in there. But yeah, that's basically what you'll be looking for. Yeah, I'll do. Let me just finish with crypto, and then I'll jump into commodities. I'll check gold. Yeah, Ethereum is I really like this level in here. Like, so I like this supply level. It's literally fresh. Above that level, everything is compressed in here. So if price does break above this level, it's almost naturally just to fill all this space and can go all the way into the next level. But before that, we do have this level, and price starts to slow down a little bit in here, right? It starts also to, it's already collected the orders from this demand zone. We have this compression in here. It's already started to create that manipulation as well. So we have a double top, and then price just fakes out the double top and it moves down. Like, this is again that zone 3 type of a move of price compressing in here until eventually you may get into that phase 4. And basically it's just a turn, and the typical target, again, this is something that's going to be covered as well on that video. Actually, it's going to be a series between zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, eventually zone 4, but eventually the target of that initial turn is going to be the beginning of a zone 3 type of a move. So if the zone 3 kind of starts in here and everything is compressed, eventually when price turns, that's going to be the target, or the first target, because price then actually can break and they can actually go retest zone 2. But at least the first natural target is going to be zone 3, and that's yeah, it's a really good trading opportunity that you can basically identify in there. But yes, I do like that level. Question mark is if this high already reacted from it. I don't really think it did. It faked out this level, so that's already a good level in there. I was looking for price to go slightly higher on Ethereum, and maybe that's an opportunity to look for a sell. The target. Yes, the target, that's another one, right? Target would be already retest of these lows, and basically price already did that. So in order to actually be even more confident on the sell again at the highs, I would actually like to see this low even being broken as well. So I would even like to see maybe that low being broken, and then maybe can have another reaction from here, back out now this level in there, and eventually kind of move like that. And if you do manage even to break below that, then you can even, as a target afterwards from here, now you can actually maybe aim to go somewhere closer to this level in there. So it depends on actually where this point here now is going to react from. It's going to respect this level, then maybe just a small reaction and price go higher. Yes, we'll see what's going to happen in there. But in terms of space, price already basically filled the space from that move down in here. Yeah, Ethereum, that's definitely one that you can pay attention to for this week, for tomorrow maybe already, or maybe on Wednesday. Yeah, Solana is quite bullish, so it's getting to the extreme. So that's another one that's getting into an interesting level, but you can't fake out the high, right? Now, we need to be aware of where price is coming from. Price basically respected the demand zone. There's no break, which means that there is a high probability that price actually is going to break this high. okay, because price actually is making this type of move at this point in the bigger picture. Actually broke structure, even though it's getting close to the highs, but in reality, price came all the way back, didn't break any of these lows, respect it, and now we are in here. So at this point, the odds are that this high is going to be taken, which means that this level eventually is going to break that level in there, and then price can aim a little bit more closer to this level in here, and can even eventually resume the move to the upside and break these highs from all the way back in March. That doesn't mean that price is not going to have some kind of reaction from here, right? And it's actually starting to react in there. Another clue that we can have that maybe price actually wants to break the highs. This is basically the video that I just shared this weekend on Saturday or Sunday, whenever I release it. It's about double tops, like how to trade double tops. And this was one of the clues that I mentioned, how to trade double tops. Like, and the first one is, where is price coming from? Like, and price at this point is literally coming from the demand zone. And another question is, look left. Like I mentioned, look left, try to see where are the fresh orders in here on the left side. Is there any level above this high that I think that price may still wants to go towards to? Yes, there is. And then another question was, within this high, is there any fresh orders in here that maybe can look into the lower time frame to see if there's anything in there or not that is still fresh to see price reacting from, right? And at this point, basically the extreme of the extreme may be still fresh, maybe actually where price is reacting right now. Aside from that, everything in here was spiked already. Price already reacted basically from every single level in there. So yep, price basically already went all the way, reacted from that supply in there. And then goes, yeah, basically everything is almost taken except maybe from literally this extreme in there, and that's maybe actually where price is reacting right now in there. Another clue that I mentioned is in terms of the approach and what type of targets we're looking for. I'm Portuguese, but I live in the UK. I'm Portuguese, but I live in the UK, man. What about you? Where are you from? Yeah, so, and then in terms of the approach, and the approach means, are we seeing any lows being broken? Like, so as price is moving up and down, is there any lows being broken or not? There is this one, there is a little bit of a spike below in here, as you can see, but basically price just retested this next demand zone in there. So even though it did manage to break a low, price just reacted from demand, but it's still a low being broken. So that's something. And then the key level, of course, now it's actually to see if this low is broken or not. If this low is not broken, then let's just price continue to move higher. Otherwise, initially price can actually have some kind of reaction somewhere in here. Okay, so price can even react from there. Maybe can respect this level. And this is the moment that many people are going to start thinking that this is above top and price actually is holding. But no, price actually just retested this level in here and now can attract even more liquidity in here. And then you can get faked out. And price can just resume the move to the upside. So we'll see if it would manage to break below this level, then it's maybe a little bit of a different story in here. So yeah, that's Solana in there. Yep. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, but interesting. Crypto maybe getting into a good level to potentially look a little bit for a retracement after so many days being bullish. Right. So you kind of have a little bit of a few days being bullish since the beginning of the month. So yeah, maybe a little bit time for a little bit of a retracement in there. Euro index. So Euro index is another one. So basically in depth respecting these lows, we're looking for that reversal last week. Price didn't really gain momentum. I already mentioned several times that I don't really like these highs. Like when you're looking at them and trying to see what is fresh in here, basically everything has been taken already on the way down. There's a lot of spikes in there. There's not exactly anything fresh. Price is reacting from here. It's okay, but it's not anything. Yeah, it's nothing that stands out that is screaming, yes, I'm fresh, I'm a clean supply level in there. So price can actually fake out even this highs and challenge a little bit more those as well. So we'll see. Otherwise, if price starts creating a bit more PA in here, it can go down again. We took this demand zone from here, so that's taken as well, basically with respect to that level as well. So yeah, we'll see on the Euro index what's going to happen if you do have a little bit of a turn in here and that goes, or just moving to the upside, and the Euro as well is going to go higher in there. So yeah, we'll see. And the yen pairs, this was a nice move today. This was one of the opportunities in here. So basically overnight it just moved to the upside. I'm not really sure if it was due to the interest rate change in China, which just spiked all the way. And we talked about this level, right? So we talked about this fresh supply was still in there, fresh, and price reacted from it, and then basically price reversed around the one that opened, and now our natural target is just literally to trade this range. And just literally trade around this range. Be careful with the support resistance in here, but this is just a normal range. So maybe short from here, maybe close in there, and there you go. You start having a little bit of a ranging market in here on the yen pairs, and yeah, maybe it's expected. Price can still even go all the way to this demand zone. Yep, totally possible. This point is just reacting from this support resistance. So yeah, there you go. Like, and as you will see in a bit on the yen pairs, I did mention that the yen pairs were possibly reacting already from different levels, and you'll see some of them actually broke the lows, some others didn't. And yeah, that's another good clue in there in terms of correlation between the currency pairs. Okay, let's take a look at gold. Okay, let's look at gold. You guys are mentioning gold. So yeah, let's take a look at gold. What is your bias, by the way, on gold? What you are looking for? What do you want to see on gold? Anything in particular? Yeah, it can delete it. So it can go. All right, in terms of gold, so we created that all-time highs again last week. Price broke the structure again. This is a typical reversal pattern in there. Natural reaction from this previous level support resistance, basically the high that was in there, and then price end up respecting this supply level and drop from there, right? So again, the turning here and the reaction here, totally expected, not to move, but we end up breaking this structure in here, which starts showing a little bit of signs of wanting to go lower, and then price compress, fake out this level, and you start moving lower. As soon as price breaks this level, basically you can start looking for sales in here, and all of a sudden you are looking at least for test of this somewhere in here demand zone, and then if not, then everything is compressed and you can start aiming below this low, which is takes us into this demand zone in there. So you want to sell gold. From where are you looking to sell gold? So we do have this so this is again a typical zone 3 type of a move that I just mentioned, this level. Okay, so everything starts in here. We do have the fake out, so this one triggers the beginning of a zone 3 as well, and then you start with this compression, and then all of a sudden when you do turn, that becomes the natural target, is basically the retest of this low. Is actually already below this low, since this low already broke that one, so that basically already shows that this one is weaker in here, and it already collected the orders in there either way. So we are looking then for price to react from this demand zone, and this is a level that you can start looking for longs in reality, and that can be actually a trade. It was maybe already today a trade now in the afternoon, or it can be potentially tomorrow's potential trade opportunity. If price starts breaking below this level and it doesn't really respect this one, then you are looking for price to go further down. Again, this is already a break as well of the structure, but maybe there's a little bit of a zone in there that is still fresh, but otherwise you are starting to look for this, all these lows in here in terms of liquidity for price to fake out and get into something in there. Yeah, as soon as maybe this one is basically broken somewhere in here, yeah, price can go. But for now, we do have this demand zone. It's also previous level support resistance, so it's kind of an important level that you are looking in here. And yes, price starting to show signs of reversal. First sign is already this one. Okay, price starts to break some highs on the way down, and this is something that you want to see. It's price starting to break highs on the way down. That's one of the first triggers that you can be close to potential reversal. Secondly, then it's just wait for the manipulation. Like start having double bottoms in here. We still have this low that needs to be taken, and there you go. It's taken in here. Price still goes down. It still creates another high in there. As you can see, price still goes down. in there, now takes the lows, it still fakes out that level, and then it continues to go slightly a little bit more. It creates this structure. This is an important decision point in here, which is either price goes up from here or it manages to break again. It does break again, and now the break of this level kind of triggers as well potential move in here. Start respecting double top in there, and price goes higher. It's a daily level. It's a demand zone in there. Could actually still be a little bit lower. Maybe actually missed slightly the demand zone in there, but on daily time frame it's already reacted from where it should. So we'll see. We have this level in here that price can now react from. Be aware of this level still in here. So that supply level is still fresh in here, so price can still just respect this level and continue to move lower. To confirm now, actually the potential move even higher is actually the break of these levels in here. Like, so that would confirm a little bit more that the price wants to go higher. So basically we are creating a reversal in here, which now we are going to be looking for a potential zone 2 type of a move in here. Okay, so basically we're going to be waiting to see something like that. There's not really much big news tomorrow, so maybe price will still move slowly until Wednesday, where it can accelerate. Unless, of course, there's some kind of macro news that can make the market move in here. But yes, gold in general, I think we can be close to potential reversal after basically the full week of, not full week, but since Wednesday maybe, that we have these 3 consecutive bearish candles. This candle can still finish bearish as well. And after that, we can maybe start having a little bit of a turn in here. If price doesn't really respect anything in here and it starts moving even lower, then that's a different story, and all of a sudden we are looking for gold to actually go slightly lower, or at least opens the space for price to go actually further down in there. Now it's in the middle. So yeah, that's a little bit on gold. What we'll be looking for. Aware of this level, potential longs from here, and then if you do break above that, it starts opening up a little bit more. We can maybe look for that type of setup, depending of if price already retests this level or not in here. So this level, and something in here can be interesting. And again, it can still fake out slightly these lows if it wants to into this level, and after that can go to the upside. Yeah, so that's gold. Yes, that's a trade or potential setup for tomorrow. Again, I don't really trade gold that much nowadays. But if I do see a potential A+ setup, I'll try to do it, and this is one of them. It doesn't mean again met target expectations. Okay, it doesn't mean that price or gold is going to go all the way till there. There's a potential, but it doesn't mean that. Price can actually maybe just go somewhere. Actually can pause in here. This kind of looks like a little bit compressed in here. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that would be the potential opportunity, and it doesn't mean that price will just sell again, neither. Then you need confirmation that actually price wants to reverse in here, because again, this is all-time highs, so there's always a risk that price can make one last high before actually turns when you're trading at all-time highs. Euro dollar, yeah, euro dollar is just again the same thing as the dollar index. I was actually looking for a potential retracement here to look for a sell. I would have preferred to have seen this low being taken in here to actually start open door to go further down and then just still react from this supply level. I think this level is quite interesting. We did have already kind of a small fake out in there or break to the upside, but I would like to see potential move down, gain a bit more momentum, and then maybe from somewhere in here, then it could retrace, and then from here it could move lower, something like that. To then maybe resume to move down, or again, depending on where price reacts from here, maybe again actually the momentum to go higher. Again, bigger picture, I'm still a bit more bullish on the euro, to be honest. We did manage to break above this level. I still look for price to eventually feel this compression. I think this may be just an engulf upwards, which is in the moment more of a fake out before price basically resumes to move in there, and dollar index would go further down. So that we'll see. I'm not going to just jump into those longs all of a sudden. I'm just curious still to see how price may react from here. So we'll see where we're going to be tomorrow at London Open. Pound just continues to range as well, so it still managed to respect these lows in there. I do like this demand zone as well, so that's another level that price eventually can go towards to. We are approaching as well this previous level of support resistance, so last week we mentioned that we were looking for that sell, so it happened. Okay, so we fake out that high into this level, so exactly what we predicted happened last week, and now we are into this new phase, right? So this is basically zone 1, and now we are going to be looking to see if zone 2 is created in there. All right, so we are going to potentially, again, I would like to see the break of these lows happening, so it starts open door to go down, and then eventually the retracement back towards somewhere into this level, and from there, then you could have a bigger sell-off. If price just keeps respecting maybe a valid level, for example, this level or something like that, and you don't really have a reversal, then you'll see. But I do like this structure, like price pausing in here becomes a nice structure eventually for price to fake out, so that's something to look for. Of gold again, and gosh, sorry man, I just literally analyzed gold 3 minutes ago. If you just kind of go back slightly a little bit, you can see my analysis on gold. And if you do have any questions, then feel free to ask, and I can maybe review them again. Because literally I just spent 5 minutes looking at gold 2 minutes ago. Yeah, and welcome, man. Yeah, no problem. Just watch it. Literally, just instead of being live, just go back a little bit, and you can. In which one? Are you talking about gold as well, Bangani? Again, I don't really care too much about the closing of the candles. Some people do, some people don't. Maybe the closing of a daily candle can be important for some people to turn either bullish or bearish. I look at structure and price breaking or respecting structure. For me, price breaking this low can have a meaning even if it doesn't close below the low. It is still a break of structure for me. So that's a clue that I'll be aware of to make my decisions for the future. It doesn't really need to actually close below it. But yeah, many people, they do look for close below or close above to make up their minds in terms of the overall direction that they are looking for. So pound, yes, at this point, wait and see, and yeah, we'll see what's going to happen in there. There's a chance that price can actually retest this level in here, this previous level of demand that price basically just broke it. So we have compression, compression, compression. We have a decision point in here and price moves down, and then we have a pause, right? There's literally a gap in there, and price can just go all the way in here, break out these highs. I would like to see a break of a low first, to be honest. So I'd like to see a break of a low somewhere in here, and then price could retest, fake out all this structure, and go like this to the downside. So instead of maybe making straight away that deep retest all the way until there, that retracement, that fake out kind of could happen within this structure, just faking out this level in there. But I do need a break of a low first before I aim to do that in here. At this point, price is respecting the lows in there. Yeah, euro pound, it was another one that is, again, you kind of broke it. We did manage to break above this high, so that pushes or kind of shows indication that price wants to go slightly higher, which goes in alignment with maybe pound dollar going slightly lower. But we could actually, first and foremost, have maybe deep retest or retracement before moving to the upside. Yeah, so we'll see what's going to happen. I already retested a little bit this structure. Again, euro pound, maybe another week where we have more of a ranging market. Yeah, maybe it's going to be a bit more of a ranging market this week. So we don't really want to be spending too much time in consolidation moves. Maybe this is not the best pair to look for, but we did manage to break above it. We opened the door to go slightly higher, but you could have that retest first towards this demand zone before resuming the move to the upside. So we'll see what's going to happen in there. One that actually trended quite a lot, it was Aussie, again, most likely due to the China news of the rate cut. There you go, a lot of momentum. That was something that we were already expecting. Basically filled the range in here, and yeah, we'll see how price going to react at this demand zone. Price is just faking out this level, and I think the Aussie pairs are starting to be quite at an interesting level to somehow have a little bit of a retracement. Again, as you can see, it's basically a full week, 5-6 days moving to the downside. So just a typical FX pair, eventually going to have some kind of retracement, even if it is close to this level in there, that can already provide a good trading setup. So this is a demand zone that is fresh. This wall never really touched it. Price already has a little bit of a reaction here, but it can go. Again, if maybe the move happens, it's going to be overnight. So hopefully price is at a good level during the London session tomorrow. Is there a chance that you can even break below this wall? Definitely, and maybe can even go slightly lower, even though a lot of this has been compressed already. Yeah, it's not my favorite. Like a lot of it has been compressed in here on the Aussie. Maybe something in there. Yeah, and then eventually you can even go lower, but I think somewhere in here in the middle we're going to have some kind of retracement. So it's about finding where that opportunity may be. A lot of this has been compressed already on the way up. Yeah, maybe something from this extreme can be this demand zone. There is a demand zone in there as well. You can analyze it more in detail in there. Yeah, there is this demand zone in there. Price basically fake out. Where did it fake out towards to? It reacted just from the upper edge of the level. Okay. Yeah, it reacted from the upper edge after the demand zone below. So that usually can be a good level to expect a reaction from. So maybe that's the level to look for. Otherwise, price can start aiming lower. We do have this fake out as well, so price can even fake out now of these lows. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see on the Aussie where it's going to go towards to. But I do believe that we are getting closer to a potential reaction to the upside, so that's going to be an opportunity to look for. 100% tomorrow actually can be that that setup started to converse, reversing a little bit. Let price create a new low in here, and then we can maybe turn a little bit again. One of the first targets is in there, and then you can even go slightly higher, and you're already looking at close to 30 pips of a move in there. When the market is ranging, sorry, that one, when the market is ranging, I don't know exactly what you were asking. What time frame do I use? Like, as you can see, I navigate between basically all time frames, right? So I always start from the bigger picture. You can go daily, weekly, whatever it may be, like always higher time frame, and then navigate towards to the lower time frames to be a bit more precise, but always with the bigger picture in mind, to be aware of what levels do I think that price still wants to go towards to. And so there's always 3 questions that I ask myself when I start any kind of analysis. Like, and basically the questions are, where is price coming from? Where does price want to go? And where is price at the moment? Right? And depending on the answer or the way I answer the first and second question, is going to be important to define if I should be looking for a trade where price is at the moment or not. So that's something that always starts, and then we start going narrow down into the lower time frame to see which levels they're still fresh, and so on. Hey KK, what's up? do you want to learn how to trade as well? Where was I? Euro Aussie. Okay, Aussie. Euro Aussie. In combination with the Aussie dollar, right? You can see the big push to the upside in here. It starts to react from this high. Again, this high already broke that one. So it starts to have a little bit of a reaction today. But as you can see, it's still quite bullish. We haven't really managed to break any lows in here. Therefore, yeah, we'll see. There's maybe the expectation of this high still being broken in there. It's kind of a left shoulder in there, when there's Quasimodo, there's a gap in there maybe to be filled. If we don't have any reaction, maybe we can just be like this. Otherwise, we go higher, we fake out the high, and after the faking out of this high, you can have a little bit of a retracement in here. Collect the liquidity above this high. Again, everything is compressed in here. Again, this Euro Aussie is definitely not the easiest pair to trade. Sometimes it's just when it moves, it can move in a slow way. So you can see all this range that happen. Even when it goes down, it goes up all the time. So it's a little bit of difficult pair to trade sometimes. You do need to stomach and to be patient with this. But nevertheless, it's a lot of momentum. It starts to become way too overextended, and it starts to ask for a potential retracement. So it's about finding that PA as well, and eventually with the Aussie dollar, we can time as well the potential for this move in here, which can be above the high or still within the high. And then pound Aussie, it's another one, right? So we talked about that as well this week. We took the highs in there. So we mentioned about that, and it reached a target, right? Basically, it's just reacted from the demand zone and then resumed to the upside. This for us was an engulf to the upside, and we're looking for price to get closer to this high in there again. And there you go. Today, another big momentum to the upside. It starts to react from the high already, so it had a little bit of a reaction. No lows being broken just yet, so this demand zone nowhere near being broken. There's a little bit of reaction. Price being in here and reacting from a double top means that everyone starts to feel a little bit of FOMO, starts to think about going and selling this double top, which then price can just naturally, slowly actually take the highs in there. So again, it's similar to the conversation of the double top video that I just released. Again, where price is reacting from, price just respected a double top in here, a double bottom in there. There is no break, which means that maybe price actually wants to go slightly higher. The level in here is also good, where this is reacting. Therefore, we can actually fake out this high, and you can aim to go higher in here. Where to? Like, where is the next level? And eventually on the pound Aussie. Maybe you can even go slightly above that level, and you can look already for price to go into there. Of course, price is not going to go just in a straight line. We are talking about a 4-hour or daily time frame, which means that intraday there's going to be potential opportunities to trade in here, right? But in terms of the bigger picture, yeah, bigger picture, maybe this Aussie pound Aussie actually wants to go slightly higher eventually until it turns, right? And the turn can actually occur eventually when the pound dollar as well is ready to go down. At this point, pound dollar already is turning, pound Aussie is moving upwards. The pound CAD is slightly in a level that maybe the high is already in place on CAD, so it can be also close to a turn to the downside. Euro pound is the opposite, like big move to the downside, it starts to move like this. So this is a little bit of the alignment what we have now on the pound pairs. Some of them starting to be bearish, and basically a bearish pound. That's what we'll be potentially looking for. But yeah, from where price in this case pound Aussie can still go slightly higher before having that turn in here. So where it run, where it go a little bit more, as you can see, there's no break, there's nothing, just about patience at this point. If you are a trend continuation trader, yeah, now is the moment to be cautious a little bit, since price already is reacting from here. Otherwise, if you do find a good opportunity, just try to go again and buy again. No, pound yen, not yet, man. What are you looking for on pound yen? Yeah, pound yen actually already made a big move to one side, but it's because of the end pairs. So yes, pound Aussie can be interesting. Let me just check in here this high. Yeah, everything in here is compressed basically, unless there's something at the extreme in there. Yeah, so again, Aussie pairs tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, Wednesday, I think there's going to be a good opportunity to look for retracement. I'm not expecting a full reversal, okay, I'm not expecting this, but maybe some retracement back into this structure and then continuation. I think that's a good trading setup that you can look for, especially if you're a counter trend trader in there. Then we can look at yeah, because even this Aussie yen, like even this Aussie yen also is getting really close to this demand zone. Like, so yes, today or this night kind of it managed to break below that. So we mentioned that we were looking for this Aussie yen still to move slightly lower, and it's getting into this interesting level, which means that this Aussie yen can also move a little bit with the rest of the Aussie pairs, right? So Aussie yen usually it's slightly a little bit more correlated with the Aussie dollar, and pound Aussie and Euro Aussie, they're kind of doing the opposite in theory of what the Aussie dollar is doing, right? So that's just to bear in mind in there of how they usually move. So yeah, it's getting closer to an interesting level as well. that can retrace and at least maybe feel that that level in here. Like, and as you can see, the Aussie yen actually has been the most bearish yen pair, because we're going to look at now dollar yen and so on, and actually kind of moving a little bit more to the upside. So I mentioned yesterday this demand zone on dollar yen, demand zone that had already been taken on the euro yen, but the dollar yen was fresh, price just reacted from it, and now just normal move back into this supply level, and you'll see then what's going to happen from here, right? So we did mention that there was this break of a wall already, price could start being close to a potential move to downside. It happened, so we are looking in here, this value is already taken, therefore if price by any chance starts to move lower, we are looking for price potentially to go even below that low in there. Euro yen, so move to downside again. Personally, still expecting this one to continue to move a little bit more to the downside, but we do have now the supply level in there. So as I mentioned, the demand zone on the euro yen was already taken, not on dollar yen, and therefore euro yen with this drop actually went all the way to test the lows in there. But yeah, not really interested in anything in here at this point. And pound yen, right? So what are you looking on pound yen? Gosh, anything? Pound yen is actually reacting from a good level, right? So there is this demand zone. A lot of this has been compressed. Initially, this low still respected that one, but that demand zone was fresh in there on the world time frame. So that level was still fresh in there. That demand zone didn't react from it. Eventually, in the bigger picture, I'm expecting to eventually take and will go below that low as well. But for now, and with this compression type of a move that I mentioned that we'll be expecting a little bit, it was a normal reaction. It was actually a potential good trade straight away at the London session, and natural target again, basically just to test this level. So, and from here we'll see if it just continues. We did manage to break below this low. Now it's going to depend maybe a little bit on what the pound dollar is going to do. If the pound dollar tomorrow actually is going to go down, maybe this pound yen can follow. I think that's what I mentioned yesterday. I do believe that the yen pairs are going to start being a little bit more or moving differently. So which means that it's not going to continue to be such a yen move, but it's going to be more focused on the pound, on the euro, on the Aussie, on the dollar. So which means that dollar yen is going to do one thing, pound yen is going to be another thing, euro yen is going to be doing another thing. Until eventually get into next week when you have BOG meeting, if I'm not mistaken, and then it's going to be again about the yen pairs again. So with that being said, I think it's important to pay attention what the pound dollar now is going to be doing. And if the pound dollar does want to actually continue and break those lows, then this guy can also maybe retest something and move further down in here. Personally, I think there's still quite a lot of space to move even further down. I think a lot of this is compressed, just some levels here to react from, and it's a valid demand zone on the world time frame. But price can continue to go even lower in there, but we'll see. I don't know if this is 50% retracement all the way from the highs. Yeah, I'm not really sure in there. So we have that level. Eventually we can fake out this level as well. So you can fake out these highs and then push lower. Yep, maybe we can have initially a reaction from here. Actually fake out these highs first. Have initial reaction from here. Just do this. Yeah, fake out these highs in there. Initial reaction, and then maybe actually can eventually take now everything that's going to be created in here, and then go down. Can even go deeper into that level in there. So we'll see. And then the cut pairs, right? So this is the ones that I think is going to be quite interesting. We have interest rate decision on Wednesday. Good reaction. So it moved to the upside. We're looking for price to eventually to take these highs. Good reaction from there. So we had two fresh levels, one in here, another one in there. So initial reaction from the first level, and price actually start moving a little bit lower. We do have this level in here that's still fresh. Price can eventually navigate towards there, and it can even retest something in here as well. To be honest, there is maybe this zone in there that maybe was left behind, and price can even retest a little bit that level and go. Now be aware that on this dollar card, which is finally at a good level, so I was not really interested in trading anything in here, but now it's getting into this extreme. That's a different story. Be aware that price can indeed maybe still react from something in there, but this level is actually still fresh, if I'm not mistaken. And because of that, there's always a chance that price can just spike in there before moving lower. And then in the bigger picture, if price does want to do that, it can even take everything in here and get closer to that zone in there as well. But this week, dollar CAD, especially for Wednesday, when you have the interest rate decision, again, tomorrow is going to be in a better position to actually look for the right position on the right trades setups on the CAD pairs. Yeah, so I do like what's going on in here. This is a big week. It's fantastic. Price most likely is going to get closer to it again before moving down, and then you have this level. So at this point, you do have this structure in here that you can look for. What's up, Surav? Long time no see, man. How are you doing? So Bongani, you took the... you're waiting for the advertisement on gold until 2,400, as you have the neckline. Break neck, I'll buy on gold. For now, we have shooting star, which... yeah, shooting star, maybe. Maybe. So you look about at candlesticks. What is gold again? Yeah, maybe that's a shooting star. To be honest, I don't really know the names of the shapes of the candles for those patterns. It's been a long time since last I studied it. Yeah, maybe. And you are looking for 2,400 for a sell. We're looking for 2,400 for a sale. So you want to short somewhere in here, 2,400. You're looking for shorts right now. Is that what you're saying? Somewhere in here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll find the shorts by any chance, at least in here, and then I'll wait. Price is reacting from a good level now. It's maybe not the right time for shorts, but price actually go up before even looking for shorts. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Yeah, man, I'm good as well, Surav. So it shorted today, pound. Somewhere in here. Yeah, I'm not really... Where is your target? What you're looking for targets, Surav? Did you close it already or still looking for a bigger target? Yeah, the session's becoming longer than expected. Yeah, let me know if you have closed the trade already or if you are still looking for something bigger already. Yeah, you shorted already, but did you close the trade already or? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, that's perfect then. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, because I wouldn't, at this point, I wouldn't really be too greedy in terms of targets, especially until we do manage to break below this low. I think price can range a little bit. So yeah, if you catch that move, perfect. That's it. Good job. You tried the space that was available, so you did well. In there, you did really well. Good job, man. Good job. yeah, so yeah, CAD is done already. So yeah, then the other CAD pairs, right? Starting with EUR-CAD. So EUR-CAD continues to go higher. We're looking for price to go slightly higher, right? So price last week paused a little bit in here, still within the compression. Now it's getting closer to those highs. And I'm going to be really curious to see how price may react from here. We kind of reacted from the upper edge of that level, still have the demand zone in here. Eventually that can be used as a target in there. And we have a lot of compression, right? We have a lot of compression, so let it continue to compress. Let's take every single demand zone in here, perfect, because then either for Wednesday, for the interest rate decision, that can be an interesting one to potentially look for a sell. And they are getting closer. We're getting closer to those. What have I done? We're getting closer to these highs in here. So we already took out this compression, perfect. I think price is reacting from the zone underneath, and then you get closer to this level. Is there any risk that price can even fake out these highs into there? 1 second, which okay. Looking at this line, price already reacted from that supply level. 1 second, where am I again? Madness. So this is November 2023. Yeah, David RV. Yeah, there's maybe price reacted from here. So there is actually this left shoulder in there. We'll see. We'll see if price does want to go all the way until there or not. But yeah, definitely this level is still fresh. Price just reacted from this level underneath that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if price by any chance has that. I know this is where we are now. I'm looking. 1 second. I'm looking in here. This is May. Okay, this is May. Yeah, either way, it's still fresh as well. But as I mentioned just now, there's still a good level in here that price can go and react from. Therefore, yeah, that's going to be an interesting one on EUR-CAD to pay attention. Again, CAD pairs, I think they're getting really close to a potential turn. Again, it's been quite bullish in here. Opposite to everything that I mentioned, we actually have a break below in here on the EUR-CAD. Price is compressing quite a lot in here. It's ranging, so it's going to be quite interesting to see what's going to happen in there. Yep, let it go. Let it continue to go slightly higher, and you can start having these shorts in here. So we have this high, take liquidity from that high. Yeah, it's beautiful. Pound CAD, that's another one. Where is Pound CAD? Yeah, Pound CAD is the same thing. So Pound CAD is already reacting from the high. We talked about that last week. So in that sense, it's already reacting here. That's why the movement is actually a little bit weaker. As you can see, dollar CAD today made a big move to the upside. Euro CAD also made a really big move to the upside, but Pound CAD is actually a bit more ranging in here, right? So again, the high is already reacting from a really good level on the left side. It kind of doesn't really need to break any highs at this point. If it's going to do it, it's going to do it, and maybe we can start aiming towards that level, but it doesn't really need to. So while the other ones may still continue to create slightly new highs, this Pound CAD can just create some range in here, can create some kind of PA around this level before moving down. We did manage to break below this level. We respected perfectly this demand zone, but all the PA on the Pound CAD can occur actually just underneath this level in here. It's basically that high on the left side. So yeah, so just somewhere in there, that's basically where this PA on the Pound CAD can happen before the turn. And it's going to be interesting. We did manage to break below that. Perfect. Start breaking lows on the way up. That's perfect. Let it go higher a little bit. We had this supply, basically where price already reacted from. I still want price to get closer to the extreme. So I'm going to still be just patient and wait for Pound CAD actually to get a little bit more to the upside to take this structure in there. In here. And that's going to be definitely a pair to pay attention this week in here. Yeah, Pound CADs definitely. Dollar franc Swiss, nothing really to look at in there. Gold, we already looked at it. So it starts to show some signs of reversal. And to finalize, we have oil, which just continues to push a little bit more to the downside. So a little bit of a good reaction from this demand zone that was in there. And then eventually we can even navigate a bit more to downside. Right? So now oil is going to be interesting to see what kind of PI is going to create around this range. In here is just retesting the supply and continues to push lower. Is price going to fake out this level before pushing lower? So we'll see what kind of PI we are going to have around this level. Right? Again, the shorts or the reversals happened last week. We talked about them as well. And now let's just price move until eventually starts getting into a better level to look for longs, which can eventually start from this level in here. Unless price actually respects this level and starts to create some kind of PI in here that actually shows more bullishness in there. And that's it, guys. Yeah, this session is already 1 hour since I started the stream, longer than expected. Thanks everyone for joining and for asking the questions. Good trades are up on the pounds. And yeah, of course, don't forget to subscribe if you are new and to share with others if you do got value from it. Again, this is a routine. It's going to be something that I'll be doing now every day during the week. So 7:30, I'm going to be doing the pre-market analysis, basically trying to find the best A+ setups for tomorrow. That's going to include, in my opinion, CAD pairs. I'm going to be tracking them. Aussie pairs, I'm going to be tracking them. Gold can provide a potentially good long opportunity from this demand zone. Indices, I'm not really interested at this point. I want them to go higher. Pound and the euro, I'm going to be interested to see if it breaks the lows or not, and eventually to have the retracement. So let's see if tomorrow gets a little bit of momentum, since today was a ranging day. Usually we don't really have 2 ranging days in a row on Monday and Tuesday. So we'll see what's going to happen in there. But yeah, those are going to be the pairs I'm going to be looking the most. The yen pairs, I'm still not really interested at this point. I want them to get a bit weaker. I want them to go down a little bit more before jumping into any longs in there. So yeah, quite market is some of the pairs from the assets are in good places. So you start to get some good PI around here. So we'll see. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Feel free to join tomorrow again. And yeah, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Rav. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.